Morning, Smoky Mountain. Got my two JNS rods out. Some OG RCT 3/0 hooks. Some spawn set. Trying to get some king salmon during this salmon run. I've been out here about an hour. Hopefully we get lucky this morning. Well, last week got a channel cat while trying for salmon. They're in here. They've been jumping this morning. Now we just sit and wait, see what we get. This morning we got right now no wind. It's supposed to be, well, 48, I believe, for the high. Once the wind does start blowing, be coming from the west, southwest. What's up, Redbeard? Thanks for coming in, brother. Morning. Probably fished till about 9. Audrey got to go to the hospital see her mom. Hey, Sandy Toes, morning. Yeah, Ty. I think sometime this week we're supposed to get in the 70s, but uh, we're leaving early Thursday morning, probably leaving around midnight, 1 o'clock. Head to head to Memphis. So I get on these salmon, at least one. Bring those 2 fillets down to Memphis, and somebody down there is gonna have a grill. I can't remember who. What's up, Mike Lockhart? Thanks for coming in. Morning. Sandy, the biggest one I ever caught was 30 and a half. Usually during the run, they average anywhere from, I don't know, I've seen 15 to my smallest is 17 and a half 2 years ago. But they can get over 30 pounds. I think the biggest in the Great Lakes for the Great Lake not state record, but for the Great Lakes record here in Michigan, uh, on Lake Michigan, they think a young kid, very first time ever fishing for salmon, he got he got a 41 and a half. That was a couple years ago, I believe. So he's got biggest king salmon ever caught on Lake Michigan. What's up, dog and I? Morning. Thanks for coming in. This morning we got Jane S rods out, the OG 3-aught river cat tackle hooks. Yeah, that that 41 pounder, man, that thing was huge. And he was on a charter boat, so that charter captain put him on when they brought that in, and they got that report out. They posted that. They got a lot of business just because he caught it on their boat. That was on the Michigan side, so I just want a good 17, anywhere from 17 to 20 pounder. I'll be happy with that, especially if it's a hen, even better. Keeper size for salmon and trout here is 10 inches. Daily limit is 5. So you keep five salmon or 5 trout, or you can keep a combination of each. Total in 5. But during the run, Ty, it's you ain't gonna catch no small ones like that because usually it's the 3 and 4 year olds running up, coming up river. We just had one jump out in front of us. Morning. Was supposed to get be at work this morning, but got a text from the boss. No work today, so have to come out and try. I would do some hunting up here, but man, even where I squirrel hunted, it's gets crazy, man. Try to squirrel hunt, and I love walking around when I squirrel hunt. But then you got deer hunters out. Jerry Hager, warning. Yeah, guy I know he was down here yesterday, during the evening, I believe, and he caught a nice size salmon. It was just behind me where he caught it. He was probably casting though. He probably had spoons and casting. What's up, double hook? Awesome. Good luck to you guys. I'm glad I figured this phone out. The first live screen kept going dark. figured it out. Keep it from going dark now, so we're all good. Can't wait to head down to Memphis this week, though. That's gonna be fun. I'd say 90% of River Cats tackle is gonna be in Memphis. Still laying in bed, man. I don't care if I only sleep 3 hours. I'm up and ready to go if it's fishing. That's the best time to be out on the water right now. Early in the morning. Yeah. 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 I knew it was you when I seen them rod holders.
Yeah, my lazy ass watching a
What's
movie.
up,
I told those you though, I'm like, minus the hair.
Yeah.
You got it in ponytail or you chop it?
Nah, I chopped it off.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I came out, I was like, yep, I know who that is. And I seen the white flags on there. Said, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there watching movies, staying alive. What do we gotta do to survive out here in the wilderness? Where's your fucking catfish rig, man? Huh? Your catfish rig that you set up in the water. That's it. Oh. Oh. No, oh, really? Oh, really? Do that for me. That's right. He goes, yeah, well, yeah. I said, well, that's right. Oh, but that's right. It's up for I didn't think for that. Look at you. Look right there. Think that's cool. Been out here much at all? First time. Yeah. Okay. Got a town last Thursday on that end. I usually go. Yeah, I tempted enough to know. They gotta be like on top of it. I was they just they like salmon or so. Oh, this sucks, man. It's on. Right, so it's going. So it's going on. Oh, well, I'm gonna go cast a couple. See if that does anything.
Right.
Kill some time, maybe.
Somebody killed something out here. Hopefully it was a fish. I know Sean caught one. Sean Sean Clark caught one yesterday.
They say well, somebody got stabbed out here.
Right. Nowadays around here, no telling. Yeah, it's one of my buddies. I'm been knowing him for about since I started salmon fishing. Morning, Dave. Thanks for coming in, buddy. That's awesome. Mike, I used to do a lot of largemouth fishing down in Texas years ago when I was in my teens, late teens and early 20s. We used to I actually fished a couple small tournaments too. Well, I say a couple, but it was several. I actually want to try if I do some casting for some salmon one day double hook. I'm gonna try those big jig heads you sent me. I want to try and cast those, put some spawn sack on them and cast those out, do some little bit of casting work the bottom, see if that does anything. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, today is my birthday. Turned 45 today. So yeah, today, just like last Wednesday and Thursday, I only got 2 rods out. Rod limit's 3. Well, technically, it's a hook limit of 3. So I just use, everybody uses 3 rods. I'm only fishing with 2 because I got the 2 J&S rods. I really want to catch a ping on those, see how it, I know it's going to handle them, no problem. I just want to see how the salmon feel on the J&S rods and be like, yeah, Sandy, lucky me. Thanks, double hook. I know on the original Ancient Mariners, I know the salmon, I know they handle them real good. I know the Ancient Mariner jigger will handle them for sure. So I got the original OG Ancient Mariner. What's up, Guerrero? Morning, brother. I want to catch one on that jigger, Ancient Mariner jigger, because one, it's a true open face. I want to see if the salmon can burn my thumb off during the run. And then he don't pull that sucker in, no problem. I want to feel the fight on these J&S rods from the salmon. Guerrero, tell Ray Ray said, "What's up?" Thanks for dropping in, Catfish Cowboy. Have a good day at work. got the I got a text yesterday evening just before we went live, and boss said no work today, so had to come out and try out, try and get some salmon. What's up, Ernest? River Rat 3030. Man, Guerrero, I'd love to see I'd love to see Ray get on some fight of salmon. I know for sure he would have fun with that. Well, he can bring a catfish in with no problem. Yeah, we got my buddy out here, and we got two or three other people out here this morning. This spot right here, though, right where I'm at by the bridge, that's my favorite spot along this area. I'm just glad, like I said last week, I'm just glad to be fishing live again. Been a while. Been been over a year, I believe. I know they've been catching them out there in Kenosha, Guerrero. From what I've seen, they've been slamming them in port too. What I need to do when we get to Memphis is see if John got some. I got I got to stock up on some more hooks. I need some 3/0. I gotta get some 2 and 3/0 hooks. I like running both. For the burbot, could run just three, but I like the twos also. Offer them that smaller bait size for the burbot. I haven't heard. All right, double hook. Good luck fishing for them crappie, man. What's up, Rowdy Royal? Morning. Hoping, hopefully catch a salmon. I really want to catch a female salmon and get them eggs. So I can cure some eggs at the house. I'll be set for the rest of the run. Because you can get about 4 pounds, depending on the size of the female. You can get about 4 pounds of eggs, if not more, out of one. Morning, Lisa. And of course, salmon's letting us know they're here. They're jumping every once in a while. They just ain't biting, grabbing nobody's hook. Carrero, too bad the boy got school. He could drive down to Memphis, follow us down. Oh, awesome. Hey, you guys did some major work today, getting it set up. I can't wait to fill that live well with some nice catfish this week or next weekend. On that on the bridge, yeah, it's a drawbridge. Yeah, you guys did some major work. Yeah, we got some big boats that come through here, and got sailboats and stuff. Awesome. I'll have some coffee for everybody on the tune Saturday. We got that community coffee, a dark and bold. I'm gonna have my two Stanleys filled, so we'll have coffee on the tune while we're fishing. Yeah, Jerry, I got the same coffee John drank, the dark and bold community. That's Saturday, because I drink my coffee all kinds of ways, man. I'll drink it however. I usually have I had sugar and creamer, sometimes just creamer, and sometimes just straight black. I just like drinking coffee. But Saturday it'll be straight black, no sugar, no creamer. Be bringing the coffee pot down there too, so got to make 2 pots of coffee Saturday morning. Hey, I only got 2 Stanleys, so it's gonna have to be enough. I know two ain't enough. I used to drink 2 pots a day myself. Hey, that would be awesome. A tumbler from the looks of the ones you made for John. They look real good. I'll get with you on Facebook, Jerry. I used to have a, I don't know what happened to it. It just ended up disappearing. Used to have a real good tumbler, big old 30 ounce. What's up, Nubby? Morning. Thanks for coming in. We're trying to get on. I'm trying to get on some king salmon this morning. Hey, that'd be awesome. Much appreciated, Jerry. Might have to switch the views here. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the other side after I finish this coffee here. You guys want me to staring at the? I'll be able to see the screen, and maybe you guys be able to see the. Might be able to see the rods better too. Gotta go get my chair. There we go. Well, you guys, that view, that's looking upriver. So I got one rod straight out. I got one rod, one line towards the bridge, just under the bridge. It's a nice warm 40 something degrees right now. We got a real light breeze coming from the west. That's what you want for salmon fishing too. want that west wind coming because it'll blow uh, all the warm water out, and that cool water will come in. That's what gets these fish fired up during the run. What's up, Kelly? Long time no see, man. Just trying to get on these salmon if they cooperate. This morning before I came out, I stopped at a couple gas stations just to see if they had spawn sacks for sale. Not one gas station had any. So I'm using what I got from my buddy the other night on Thursday. He bought some from Walmart, ones that are pre-made from they're they're fake, but they're fake eggs, but they soak them in. They fill the jar up with fish oil. So okay, yeah, that happens. That's why kind of why I really ain't been live fishing them over a year. Things finally started settling down somewhat this past week. Been a little crazy, but we gonna make it. So that's how it is. So my salmon rigs ain't no different than my catfishing rigs, except for the hook size. Hook size for salmon, I use 2 3/0. Morning, Richard. Can't wait to see y'all, everybody in Memphis this week. It's gonna be an awesome week, man. Yeah, man, miss seeing your creek fishing videos and lives. Running around on the forklift this morning, huh? See, the only thing about this spot right here, damn salmon, a lot of the times they like to try and go around. I don't know if you guys can see them. There's some pylons right in front of the bridge right there in the middle. They salmon love running, trying to run around, swim around those. When they make their run, they try to get in those, or they head back downriver and try to go to the left, which is they do that. You got the bridge right there, so you got all that cement that line rubs on. But if they run upriver, it ain't bad. It's all open water that way. So I'm just hoping to catch one while live and get some aerobatics from them where they jumping out the water 6 to 8 feet. And they'll be able to tell it's a salmon when they hit. I'm pretty sure they'll make them clickers go off real loud. That channel cat last week, he pulled some drag. That clicker was making some noise on that 6,000. So, uh, Kelly, yeah, I'm fishing bottom, but I got it on a Santee rig. I got some floats set just above about 4 or 5 inches from the hook, and I'm using 4 ounce sinkers. Most guys use uh 2 ounce, 2 or 3 ounce. I use 4. I ain't had no trouble with that. Now, if I was fishing under a float in my other spot, about 40 miles south of here, I use about a 2 ounce egg float right above or right below the bobber, because I'll fish under bobber there and use just skein, not spawn sack. I'm hoping to make it down there and go live there. And those in that spot, I'll lay my rods down on the walk, the wooden walk they got, the wooden dock, and you're literally maybe 4, 5, maybe 6 inches at the most away from the dock, float, floating skiing under a slip bobber. And there you're fishing straight down, probably about 14 feet. That's why I want at least, if I can get at least one female salmon this season, I'll go down there and go live. Then you guys can see that, uh, the way I fish down in that spot. Over there, though, I gotta leave the house at like 3 o'clock, even though it's only half an hour, 40 minutes away. You gotta get down there real early because once they come into marina, they're there's people all over. Like literally, there's no room. They're standing shoulder to shoulder there. But here, like I said, I bottom fish just a regular Santee rig at about 4 foot, sometimes 6 foot leader. My smallest king was 2 years ago, Ernest. That was 17 and a half. But on average, probably about 20 something pounds. I've caught them. I've caught a 30 and a half, uh, a 19, let's say 19 and a half. I've caught a 30 and my 30 and a half was, that was 6 years ago. That's when I first started fishing for salmon. But I've caught a 30 and a half, a 20, uh, 29, 19, couple 22s. Just put it this way: 6 years ago, that first season I fished the run, I had about 100 to 120 pounds of salmon in the freezer. One day I got lucky enough. One morning I caught a 20, I believe it was like a 20 pounder. Came back that evening, same spot, just exactly 12 hours later. I caught one at 6 in the morning. Came back that evening. Uh, got set up about an hour later at 6 in the evening. I caught my 29. Then I do what I usually do. Skunk for about 2 weeks. Then I caught that 30 and a half. Then I started doing research because you know how you go in the store, you see salmon fillets, they're all nice and that nice orange, reddish color. I was getting some with white. Hey, Miss Jody, trying to catch some king salmon right now. Like I was saying, I was catching some that were white meat with a little bit of black in them. So did some research. Come to find out, that's what they call. That's an ivory. And like I was saying last week, that's very. They say it's very. What I read, they say it's very rare. And if you go to a restaurant, they got ivory ivory fillets, you're gonna pay way more for the ivory color fillets than you are the regular, what everybody's used to, that regular orange color. Because that ivory is rare. And people here, they think the meat changes color. Miss Jody, last Thursday I caught a channel cat while I was salmon fishing. This area here, that was the first channel cat I ever caught in this area. It was about 7, 8 pounds. If I had to guess, I didn't weigh them. I didn't keep them either because I don't keep catfish out of this river. Sheboygan River is a no eat for me. They got signs all over saying don't eat this type of fish. But salmon and trout, you can eat them out of here because they're coming in from the lake during the run. So you got your king, then you got your brown trout, you got steelhead. They'll come up to. I've never caught steelhead in here, but I've got kings and brown trout that I've caught here in this area. That brown trout I caught while I was casting spoons for salmon. You caught a little catfish while on a spoon while catching bait. Up here, there's guys that go, they're jigging for white bass and stuff. They're casting for white bass up in Green Bay and stuff, and or walleye. Excuse me. They're casting for walleye and they're catching uh some really nice flathead every year. Every year when they go walleye fishermen they're catching flatheads in the shallows up in Green Bay. This year I've only got one out a couple times fishing for channel cat and flathead. Caught one flathead this year, and I was in the morning. It was about a little after 11 when I caught that thing on some cut sucker. But like I said earlier, I'm trying to catch salmon so I can bring some down to Memphis. We can grill up 1.5 fillets of salmon, and then the other half will be for some raw salmon, some sashimi. Because I know Richard would eat it. He was bringing it up last week about some raw salmon. I'm pretty sure Jerry would eat it too. Some raw salmon and some hot mustard. 217. Thanks for coming in. People trip out too when I tell them, because I love sashimi, man. That raw fish is good. I've even, like I said before, I've even had a blue cat like that. Yeah, yeah. I get to meet James and Daryl hopefully, and then you got Greenwell gonna be there too. Hopefully, hopefully James brings some duct tape so he can use it on Daryl's mouth so Daryl don't talk his ear off. If not, uh I'm pretty sure Lisa can supply some duct tape for James to give it use on Daryl. What I should have did was brought some night crawlers too. I should have got brought them from the house. I got some at home. I talked to some old timers. They said they used to use night crawlers and catch king salmon back in the back in the day. Hey Dallas, morning. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, Dave, it's the same river. I just fish way closer to the lake. When I fish for burbot, I'm way downriver, probably about I would, if I had to guess, about 400 or 500 yards from Lake Michigan. But it's the exact same one. It's the Sheboygan River. Yeah, I only eat the when I fish here. I only eat the burbot because they're coming in from the deep waters. The salmon and trout from the river. If I ever get lucky, if I catch if I ever catch a muskie, I'll eat that too because they'll come in up in the river from Lake Michigan. Real soon I'm gonna check these rods, and like I said, the stuff I got now, it's got fish oil in there. I'll just dip the spawn sacks in there. Get more scent out. Actually gonna do that right now.
Go today, man. Go today. You doing that mink or that otter or whatever the fuck it was came running across. What was that?
Right? But that right there, that's my setup. That's the regular. Then I got just the regular setup.
Yeah, I didn't really, I never had like froze them, so I was hoping to get out again. Yeah, that's what I hear, but I just started the last couple of years. That is about, yeah, yeah, well, I could have that cooking. I just,
Yeah.
you got back enough.
Yep. All right, I'm back. Had a hit on one rod, as they call it up here, a drive by. All the fish just swimming by and hit the line. Thought we was gonna get lucky there. What I'm doing is I'm running, got the clicker set, running, got them free spooling, so if we do get hooked up, they can just run. Almost 8 o'clock. I'll probably run till 9 o'clock today. Head to the house. Audra's got to go. She's got to go to the hospital visit her mom. Huh? Scream. Wonder if I got somebody backstage messing with the screen. You lurking around, Tank? No, I did not. I'm wondering if Tank's lurking around backstage. My hands are over here. I seen it. I seen that morning. I turned around just to look at my rod for a little bit. Turned back around and my screen was purple. Yes. That old phone, yeah, I kicked myself out for a good week. Couldn't get on my own live for a week. But I've never ended a live. That's why even on Sundays when we go live, I don't even touch the. I'll I'll set it up. I'll set the live up, but once we go live, I let Andrew do it all. He's got all his. He's got his screen, his computer set up, so he can run it on that end. The fun part's going to be if I do catch one today, is netting, which I've netted a lot of the salmon myself. So, but it's always fun. You got to fight them till they're practically done, where they ain't gonna take off no more. Because I've had them in the net where before I could lift the net straight up, I've had them jump out the net if they were still lively. That's one time more than me. And even funnier is everybody thought they were still alive. They were just talking and fishing backstage. That's even funnier. Speaking of that, where is Stan? I can't watch Stan days no more because I work on Sunday morning. Can't fish it no more because I work Sunday morning. Yeah, that was the funniest part. Hey, Warren Farley, thanks for coming in. probably fish for another hour and wind the live. Yeah, see, I miss all that since I started working again. Yeah, that's how I'm out here today, Warren. I didn't have no work today. Got called off yesterday evening. So I got out here early. I got out here about 5:30. Fished an hour before going live. Started fishing an hour before. Yeah, good luck to you, Warren. Hopefully you catch something. The crazy thing is, during the run, I swear I'm the only person that uses bait casters for salmon fishing. Now on the charter boats, they use they use these kind of reels, but other than that, during the run along the river, everybody uses spinning reels. I think it's because they don't know how to throw a bait caster. If I work tomorrow after work, I won't go live, but I'm gonna go do some pan fishing. If I catch some bluegills.
Very, very slow now. Not even a fish jumping. Hey, you ain't missing nothing, Ty. I reeled up once, and since these are the Walmart bought spawn sacks, I just dipped them in the fish oil that they're that they come in,
I did have something swim by and hit my line. That's about it. Yeah, Dallas. These fish need to cooperate. Think I had one or two jump. Yeah, that's awesome. Hit that like button and share it out. Get as many views as possible. Who knows? I might come down later and try again after, depending what time Audrey gets back from seeing her mom. Uh, I might just come out and throw a couple lines out again if it's early enough. It seems like they've been catching them here during the evening a lot. Well, at least a couple I've seen posted on Facebook. One guy I know, he caught one yesterday evening just to the left of me. And if I had to guess, he was probably casting spoons or something. Like I said, all that casting for me, I don't like casting no more. Let that spawn sack sit on the bottom and let him pick it up. Yeah, Ty, for a couple days. Uh, I'm off. I get off Tuesday morning, so and then I'm off. When my days off are Wednesday, Thursday. What's up, Jason Cutter? Thanks for coming in. So if you used to come up here like come up here Tuesday, we can fish. Tuesday night, uh, Wednesday, and Thursday morning. We fish Tuesday night and uh, see how see how it is. I mean, the run's just starting, so that'd be good days. Come up Tuesday, and then I get off of work at 10 in the morning, 9, 10 in the morning, and Wednesday, Thursday, we can get out in the morning time. Come out early morning. And then like of course, that's during the week too. So not many guys out fishing. All right. Just let me know. And of course, bring a jacket because at night it gets starting to get down. Temperature starting to get cool. So Jason, for this area, this spot I fish, I just use a bottom rig. My catfishing setup, just a Santi. It's called a Santi rig. Got a float just above the. I put a float just above the hook on the leader line. Use about a. I'm using 3/0 hooks now. The original RCT hooks with uh with a spawn set, which is just a salmon egg, like these here. They look just like that. And then I hook them on the bottom. You leave the hook exposed. And I fish anywhere from a 3 foot leader to 6 foot. Oh yeah, I looked at it last week. It's supposed to be like 88. I seen down in Memphis. Let me reel this one rod in, this one line in, Jason. I'll show you the setup. Of course, it's on my J&S rods. So you just gotta swivel with the sinker, and I got my leader line, and that's the spawn sack with the floats. That's the original 3/0 RCT hook. And then with these store bought spawn sacks, they come in this jar with some fish oil in there. I just dip them back in the oil to get more scent on them. And these, between the the floats on there, and they got little floats in the spawn sack too. Floats the bait up off the bottom. They float up in the water column. And I cast about 10, 15 feet away from, about 20 feet away from the wall here. What I'm gonna do with my other rod, you're welcome. What I'm gonna do with my other rod with the jigger on it, the Ancient Mariner jigger reel, I'm gonna cast that one further out because they've been jumping further out too. And this is the same thing, same rig, just different style float. This just a regular peg float with a 3/0 and the spawn sack. So I'll dip this one in the oil, and then I'll cast this one further out. Just had one jump right here, about 5 foot off the wall. But this rig here, that's my Ancient Mariner jigger. Got 30-pound tests. Main line, I got 30-pound tests leader. It's on the J&S rod. And what I do is I set the clickers on the reels and I free spool the line, the reels. So that one I casted way out to where the drawbridge is. Because they run up the river through. You got three sections. So I'm hoping with the one further out, hopefully something comes through over there. 90 or 91. Ah, I ain't gonna be too bad. Like I keep saying, I hope I catch a female salmon, or as they're known, female salmon, or they're also called a hen, because I cure my own salmon eggs for bait. I either use a it's called Baraxo Fire. Potsy's makes it. We got different colors. I got mine is a red color. So that works pretty well. It's got all different kinds of scents in there. It's got Creo. It's got all kinds of different stuff in there. What that does when you cure them makes the salmon eggs a lot stronger, so a lot tougher. And you can keep them natural too. I got some regular borax at the house too. That I mix in. I mix with some water, and it keeps the eggs just a natural color, but it toughens them up, so it's a lot easier to, a lot tougher to stay on the hook. It takes about 3, 4 days for it to cure. At least that's how long I do it. Because they'll let out the fluid. The eggs will let fluid out, and then it'll draw it back into the egg. Makes them a little bigger too. And then when you use it, and you put it in the water, it gives off a scent trail. But uh, I've caught a 15-pound carp. My other spot, about 40 minutes south of here, I caught a 15-pound carp on salmon eggs too, just using the skein in that area. Bottom fishing. I'll use a egg loop knot, and I'll put the not the spawn sack. I'll just use the skein, put it in that egg loop, cinch it up to the hook, and the hook's fully exposed that way too. But I had a 15-pound common carp hit that, and I was fishing up off the bottom. It was like in the middle of the water column, and that carp hit it. Just had a salmon surface right, not too far out. Probably about 10 yards out. Because they'll hang around in this spot here. They'll hang around for a while, and then eventually they'll head upriver. They go way upriver. By that time, when they get way upriver, they get real dark. They literally get black. That's when they're no good to eat. Catch them around here. They're decent. The meat's still firm, still decent color meat. Like I was saying earlier, I was catching when I first started. I was catching some that were a white. Their meat was white, and then it had like black marbling in it. Did my research, and like I said earlier, that's what they call ivory. They say it's rare. You can get them. You can get ivory fillets in a in probably high end restaurants, really, because they say they're real expensive. So a lot more expensive than the regular colored fillets. About 20 minutes, I'll be ending the live, and I'll be packing up after that, headed to the house. Next time you guys see me, It will be in Memphis.
Like you guys know,
Majority of River Cats tackle will be in Memphis for the MRM tournament. So this coming weekend, never know. Might just pop up and do a live from down there. What's up, Paul Boyd? Thanks for coming in. About 10 minutes, I'll be ending this live and be headed to the house. We ain't got nothing today. We had a couple salmon jumping throughout the morning. That's about it. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Got about 8 more minutes. Just had a salmon come up not too far, right in front again. No, not working today. Got called off yesterday evening, just before we went live yesterday. Got a text saying no work today. And we'll see if I get a text again this evening. There's no work tomorrow. If I ain't got no work tomorrow, I might come back out and do some more salmon fishing in the morning. And then Thursday, probably around midnight, 1 o'clock, head out to head down to Memphis. Head to Memphis and stay down there till Sunday. Well, it'd be real nice to catch a salmon today, but uh, don't look like it's gonna happen today again. It's the third salmon trip out, so during the run. Hopefully get lucky one of these trips. Because I really hate buying store bought uh spawn sets. To me, they're too small. Even the real ones, when they use the real eggs to make them and sell them in the stores at the gas stations and stuff, they're too small for me. I like my spawn sacks to be like a quarter size. A lot more eggs in there. I put about 30 or 40 eggs in a spawn sack when I make them myself. That's about a quarter size. Get a lot more scent out that way. Oh, that's awesome. Redoing pontoon, huh? Yeah, eventually I'll get my little boat, get our little 12-footer set up. Had it for a couple years now. Ain't been able to work on it though. But thanks for everybody coming in, watching. Sucks it didn't catch no fish today, but that's how it goes with fishing. Everybody have a good day. We shall see you guys soon.